Here are 25 of the rarest and most sought after GTA items that you're extremely lucky to own. And if somehow you own all of these, let me know in the comments and I'll give you my anything you want. Because starting it off, we have the Lost Slam Van, which is basically just a really slow, bad looking van with terrible upgrades. But the reason you're lucky to own it is because the only legit way to get it is by going to the casino, spinning the wheel, and landing on mystery prize, in which case you could win hundreds of different items, including the Lost Slam Van. Unfortunately, there is a 0.005% chance of that happening, which makes players angry. So there's been methods found to glitch these into your garage, or if you just walk into LS Carmade and find the right person, you can probably pay them like $5 and they'll sell it to you in game. So it's not as rare as it used to be, but it's still cool. Number 2, any of the Arena War vehicles. We all know hitting Arena War level 1000 will get you the Rusty Tractor, and hitting level 500 will get you the Space Stalker. Unfortunately, hitting those levels will quite literally cost you like a decent percentage of your life. But if you're not worried about that and actually grinded for both these vehicles, then you should feel just stupidly lucky. But to get cars from Arena War, you don't have to just hit crazy levels. For example, at rank 25, you get yourself a taxi. Then if you keep playing and keep ranking up, you'll eventually get yourself a dozer, then a clown van, then a trash master, then a barrack, then a mixer, and then of course these two. So even though, yeah, you can still technically get all of those, you're lucky if you have them. Number 3, the Dubsta 2. Another vehicle you can literally still get, it's just not for sale. The only way to get this is by calling Miss Baker, requesting a Dubsta, and then driving that Dubsta around Los Santos Customs for possibly hours. And eventually you can get extremely lucky and the Dubsta 2 will just kind of spawn, which has some differences like the spare wheel, blacked out badges, and a tinted front windshield. And once you get it to spawn, you can just hop on in, take it to your garage, and realize you are one lucky mother. Number 4, the camo livery on the Paragon R. Now, GTA has a lot of liveries you can't get anymore, but most of them I don't really care that I missed out on because they were way too hard to get and I was busy doing other stuff. But since the Paragon R is one of my favorite cars, and to get the camo livery, you literally just had to come to Luxury Autos and buy the car. It was that simple. Number 5, the Negative Speed Demon livery. Another insanely cool livery that was available about 3 years ago for loading up GTA. Yeah, if you clicked on the game, you would just get this. It did only come out for the Cypher though, so there's a chance you just disregarded the notification. So if I were you, I would take out your Cypher and bring it to somewhere where you can upgrade your car and just check if you have this as an option. Number 6, the Street Samurai livery. Also the last livery, don't worry. And to get this, it was also super easy. You just had to go into LS Car Meet and buy it. Literally that easy. But it was 2 years ago and no one really knew it existed, or at least I didn't anyway. But if you did and you have this, then type your account info in the comments because I kind of want it. Number 7, the last one for vehicles, which is any of the 180 cars that got removed. A little while ago, Rockstar, I think, just randomly generated numbers and whatever car it corresponded to, gone. Hidden, but they actually did remove well over 180 cars, but only from the website. So if you already own them, you got to keep them. And I'll throw up a list of all the cars that got removed. So if you do have any, then congratulations, you're lucky. With that being said though, I think that's gonna end it for vehicles. Obviously there's a lot more cool stuff you could own, but I want to move on to some of the rare and cool clothing items you can have. Like number 8, the Rockstar Dev shirt, which if you can't tell by the name, you need to be a developer at Rockstar Games to be able to get this. AKA only about 5,900 people have this, and probably not even that. It's called the Rockstar Developer shirt, so I highly doubt like Rockstar's, I don't know, head janitor is just chilling with this thing. So if you have it, you're lucky, and if you see it, be on your best behavior. Number 9, the pumpkin shirt. You actually might not be lucky if you own this. I might feel bad if you own this, because for the past 3 Halloweens, Rockstar has filled the map with pumpkins. And by filled, I mean they put them in the tiniest, hardest to reach places that no one would ever check. And if you collected 10 of them, you got a cool mask. Then, if you collected all 200 of them within 24 hours, once it hits midnight, you reset back to 0. But if you did get all 200, you got this shirt shirt, which I don't have, but according to Reddit, people say it was the worst thing they have ever done. Number 10, the Kiflam shirt. And this one's actually really easy to get. All you have to do is go to your nightclub or casino and take a Macbeth whiskey shot, where you will then pass out and respawn somewhere pretty random. And there's a tiny chance you will respawn wearing the Kiflam shirt. Like, basically impossible. It's probably not gonna happen. But if it does, you can go into a clothing store, save it as an outfit, and then please go touch grass. Number 11, the Please Stop Me mask, which once again, super easy to get. It just hasn't been available for like 10 years. But when it was, all you had to do was open your pause menu and find the last team standing event, where you would have started it up and wait for someone to join. Once they did, you would just start up the mission and quickly do it, or just like purposely die to get it over with. And once you loaded back into online, you got this notification and could go to the mask store to redeem your reward. Number 12, the 100% shirt. Yes, we're moving the story mode for a second. Get over it. Because in story mode, if you complete all 69 storyline missions, 20 strangers and freak missions, 14 random events, 42 hobbies, and 16 miscellaneous tasks, you will 100% the game. And the next time you go into a clothing store, you'll just be able to have this shirt, which again, yes, it's still available, but most people definitely do not have it. Number 13, the Rockstar verified shirt. So back in online, we have a shirt with basically just the Rockstar logo. I mean, there's not really much to it, but the only way to get this was to create a job and then have Rockstar themselves verify it, which was extremely hard because out of all the jobs ever created, only like 53 were ever verified. Number 14, joggers. Now this is a item that has actually never been available, yet you've probably seen a lot of players with them because glitches are constantly being found on how to get these, and there's a bunch of different colors. Like if you have purple, congratulations, so does everybody else. But other colors like white or blue are actually pretty hard to get, and honestly, no matter what color you have, they all look good. So Rockstar, can we please just add these to the game? Number 15, duffel bags. Basically just joggers 2.0, because it's the same thing. These have never actually been added into the game, but weird methods have been found to be able to get them, and now half your lobby probably has them. But again, they probably only have something like black, because these two just come in pretty much every color you can think of, and ones like white, a lot less people have them. And that's gonna wrap it up for clothing. Again, there is other cool things you could own, but I think the best category is miscellaneous, which has so much just random and cool stuff. Like number 16, the golden ring. Because in GTA, you've probably seen this little globe symbol before. Whether you're leveling up or looking at other players, it's always just behind the level. And when you first start the game and are level 1, that globe is gonna be blue. Then as you keep playing, doing missions, heist, all that shit, you'll eventually hit level 100, where you will get a bronze globe, which is probably where most players are at, because that won't change again until you reach rank 500, in which case you'll get silver. And then if somehow you haven't quit the game by this point and keep leveling up all the way until 750, you will get the gold globe, which is a grind. Number 17, the Sekiro Serve Office Trophy. Because for some players, if they go in their CEO, on their desk, they can find a trophy. Now, there's actually 5 different types, though, all of which can be gotten by pretty much just grinding special crate missions. Like, after you complete 50 different cell missions, you'll get this black onyx trophy on your desk. Then if you keep grinding and keep doing special crates missions to the point where you complete 100, you'll get this diamond trophy. Then at 250, you get a bronze trophy. At 500, you'll get the silver trophy. And finally, if you just somehow subject yourself to doing 1,000 different cell missions, you get a gold trophy. Number 18, any of the rare license plates. As of now, if you buy a car and take it to Los Santos Customs, you'll have like 4 different plates you can choose from, which is great, but there's a lot more. For example, during the prologue, you're in a completely different city called North Yankton. And if you look at any of the cars in that city, they have North Yankton plates, which obviously is not meant to be in Los Santos, but players have found ways around that. And then less cool, but still kind of rare, is the E-Cola or Sprunk plates, because a couple of years ago, these two drinks were at war, and players had to drink 100 million cans in a certain amount of time, and anybody who participated in that got the license plates. Number 19, a full safe in your CEO office. So, all right, real quick, going back to your CEO, if you go up to your safe and it is just completely full, you're extremely rich because according to this Reddit post that I'm pretty sure is correct, at $1 million, the bottom shelf is filled, which is obviously pretty easy to get. But to fill the other two shelves, you need 12 million casino chips. And if you've ever been to the casino, you know you can only buy nowhere near that amount. So you literally have to gamble all the way up to 12 million, which is just extremely difficult. Number 20, weapon wraps. As you know, when you go to an ammunition store, every weapon pretty much can get some sort of wrap or tint. But over the years, we've seen some cool limited time ones, like the record A finish for the AP pistol, which to get, you literally just had to do like VIP contracts a couple of years ago. There's also the micro SMG with this organics finish that could be got by completing the short trip missions. The pump shotgun had a bone finish that was gotten by completing 10 security contracts, and I could just go on for a while. Like, I know at one point the heavy rifle had some sort of like family livery for completing 10 payphone hits, I think. So yeah, if I were you, just go into an ammunition store, scroll through all your weapons, and just see if anything cool looking pops up. Number 21, any of the diamond program rewards. Because in 2019, when the casino update came out, so did the diamond rewards program, where if you bought a penthouse, you could start hitting different tiers. Like, for example, once you hit the silver tier, your penthouse would receive some like random painting on the wall, and you would get this t-shirt that probably nobody's ever worn. Then if you made it to gold status, you would get yourself a True Fade t-shirt and a livery to match it. At the platinum status, you would unlock the Lucky Sevens tattoo and a new paddock on your wrist. And of course, if you were just a nerd and made it all the way to diamond status, you would get a cool equal livery for the S80RR. Number 22, the Luxor Deluxe. Yeah, this one probably should have went with all the vehicles, but I kind of forgot about it. My thought process though is if you have $10 million to buy a cheap jet painted gold, you should feel decently lucky. Number 23, any of the login rewards, which I'll just be straight up, there's way too many to go over. But just over the years, if you played on the most random days, like February 26th of 2017 was probably a day you got something. I'm just kidding. It probably wasn't, but you get the point. A bunch of random days where if you logged in, you would just get rewards. Whether it was $1 million, a shirt, a livery. I think some days they even just like gave away a car. There's been weapon skins. Point is, there's just been a bunch of cool stuff that was only available for that day or maybe week, and 99% of it has never been brought back since. Number 24, placeable fireworks. In 2025, yes, we do still have fireworks, but they require you to buy a firework launcher. However, in 2013, when GTA first came out, you could actually walk into an ammunition store and buy ground fireworks, where players could actually place them down and they would shoot up just like a real firework. Shortly after the game released, though, these got taken out. I guess the players became glitchy doing the placing animation, but they just got removed from the gun store. Anyone that already bought them and had them in their inventory got to keep them until they used them. But some players just never used them, and they held on to them for years and possibly still to this day. I mean, I did see one guy on Reddit who said Rockstar eventually did wipe them from everyone's account, but I don't know if that's true or not. So if anyone does still have them, please just let me know in the comments. Number 25. All right. This one's not like a thing you can own, but for the last one, we have an experience of something that happened 5 years ago and broke the internet and will never happen again. In 2020, as most of you know, aliens took over the GTA 5 map and nobody was safe. Players would get kidnapped, interrogated, and basically just forced to fight for a side. And if you were there, you just know how fun it was, and you should feel very, very lucky.